Good morning, students. So, in social, we have finished chapter number 1 of history and 2 of geography. So, now we are going to start with chapter number 8, and that is your first chapter of civics. So, framing of constitution and its features. Now, constitution. What does mean by constitution? You would have heard this name number of times, fine, but what does it mean? You can say it like a rules and regulation to run a country. Constitution is, you can say, a book in which all the rules and regulations and laws are mentioned to run a country. And its features का मतलब होता है characteristics. So we are going to learn over here the framing of constitution and its features. हमारा constitution कब बना, कैसे बना, किसने बनाया, and what were and are its features. So first, constitution means any systematic collection of rules designed to govern a country's regime known as constitution. Regime का मतलब होता है रियासत. अब for even a running of a home there are some rules and regulations, no? For a functioning of body also there are some rules and regulations. You cannot keep on जग नहीं सकते पूरे 3-4-5 दिन तक. No, you have to take a sleep because your body requires that. So in the same way, there are some rules and regulations which are to be followed, which must be followed in order to run a country properly. So we are going to learn over here about that. The first comes importance. Now what is the importance of constitution? Constitution is a basic and most important document. The laws of the country are based on the constitution. Yes, किसी भी country के law अपने constitution को base में रखते हुए बनते हैं. Not according to law constitution are made, but according to the constitution laws are made. The country's constitution and the constitutional law should be the subject to relevant provision. The constitution is superior to all the laws of the country. See this line very properly. The constitution is superior to all the laws of the country. Constitution involves periodically changing the requirement of the people's aspiration, expectation, interest as well as the emotions which are high. That's the reason constitution is known as a live and basic document. If you have textbook, underline this line that constitution is a live and basic document. See, ये कोई सोने की मोहर नहीं है, मतलब एक बार सोने के उससे लिख दिया, so it cannot be changed. No, it is not so. Constitution is a book of rules and regulation and laws to run a country, but over here it is written that it is a requirement of people aspiration, expectation and interest. See, now it can be changed according to the time and according to the requirement. If you think that अभी भी 100 साल पुराना या 200-500 साल पुराना constitution या वही rules and regulation follow हो, then it is not possible. According to the time, according to the speed of the today's life, there are sometimes change in the constitution. So it is said that it is a live and basic document. Now comes the process of framing the constitution. अब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऐसे ऐसे तो बना नहीं था, भगवान ने ये बुक नीचे उतारी नहीं है, नहीं, इंसानों ने ही बनाई है. बट व्हेन वी ऑल नो दैट इंडिया गॉट इंडिपेंडेंस इन द ईयर 1947. सो तब तक तो हमारे पास कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था नहीं खुद का एज अ कंट्री. हाँ, यू कैन से दैट हर एक रीजन या हर एक रजवाड़े के खुद के रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन हुआ करते थे. यू कैन से दैट वेर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर किंगडम ओवर देयर. But as a country, we were not having any constitution. So when and how it was formed, we'll see that. Before independence, the British government on 25th March 1946 handed the duty to the cabinet mission of 3 members to find a solution to the questions of India's independence. See now, if you have seen any movie related to the partition of India or the period belonging to 1947, you people would have seen at that time कि अगर आज़ादी दे दी, चलो आज़ादी तो दे दी, पर अब रूल किसके पास था? इंडियन लोगों के पास था, इंडियन मिनिस्टर के पास था, और उसको चलाने के लिए एक कंट्री का लॉ होना ज़रूरी था, कंट्री का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होना ज़रूरी था. सो वो ड्यूटी किसको दी गई थी? इट वॉज गिवन टू 3 members when on 25th March 1946. So On the basis of the recommendation of the cabinet mission, the Constituent Assembly was constituted and the structure of the constitution was decided. एक structure बना था जो ऐसा था. Constitution Assembly comprised 385 members, in which various members from different religion, caste, gender, and people from various geographical diversification, political representative, and experts from various sectors were included. Various sectors were included. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Azad, then Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, H.P. Modi, H.V. Kamath, Frank Anthony, Kannaiya Lal Munshi, Krishnaswamy Iyer, Baldev Singh, and the women representatives were Sarojini Naidu and Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Do you know who is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit? Were the members of the Constituent Assembly. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was sister of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and she was the first female representative in UN. इंडिया की फर्स्ट फीमेल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थी यूनाइटेड नेशन में. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. A committee was appointed to draft the constitution under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Most of you know the faces of Jawaharlal Nehru को तो सबको पता होगा. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, it's our school and we know the face of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and even Bhim Rao Ambedkar भी आपको पता होगा. We'll see over here some of the faces which are not usually seen by us. See over here, the first person is Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. The name which is given over here, जो लोगों ने Constitution Assembly में जो member थे उनके photos हैं. There are some of the photos over here. जितनों के नाम दिए, they are over here. The second person is Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Then comes, who is he? He is H.P. Modi. He was the first governor of UP. Then the next to him is H.V. Kamath. And the next to him is Frank Anthony. Next comes, by seeing the turban you can say that who is Krishnaswamy Iyer. And next to him is middle person is Baldev Singh. Here comes, who is he? He is Kannaiya Lal Munshi. And next to him is Sarojini Naidu. And the last lady over there is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, who is sister of Jawaharlal, who was sister of Jawaharlal Nehru. So, the Constitution Assembly met for 166 sessions spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. कितने बार ये सेशन हुए थे? 166 सेशन हुए थे ये बनाने के लिए, और it took a period of 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. So it means almost 3 years. Just 13 days are less for 3 years to be completed. Members of the assembly had discussed threadbare each and every detail of its provision, keeping in concern the matters of constitution of different countries. Yes, threadbare का मतलब होता है सारों नर्सों सब पास से देखने पड़ते हैं, वेदर ये लिख करेंगे तो क्या होगा, करेंगे तो क्या नहीं होगा. In the constitution there were 295 articles and 8 appendices. The matter of the constitution of appendices after amendment with 395 articles and 9 appendices. The constitution was free. On 26th November 1949, the constitution was unanimously passed in the Constituent Assembly. Unanimous मतलब कोई भी झगड़े के बिना, एक मत होना. On 26 January 1950, Constitution of India came into existence and India was declared a republic nation. That's why we celebrate 26th January as a Republic Day, because on that day our constitution came into existence. See, number of you think that our independence, number of independence year and number of republic years are same. No, they are not same. India got independence in the year 1947 and India became a republic country in the year 1950. So 3 years less होते हैं. गणतंत्र दिवस और स्वतंत्रता दिवस. स्वतंत्रता दिवस मतलब होता है इंडिपेंडेंस डे और गणतंत्र दिवस होता है रिपब्लिक डे, which is 3 years back to the independence day, independence year. Thereafter, every year 26 January celebrated as a republic day with national fervor, मतलब उत्साह के साथ. In the Indian Constitution, we have 4 lions as a national emblem and national slogan Satyameva Jayate, truth will always win. The Constitution provides for the citizenship, rights and duties of the people, directive principles of the state policy, union and state relations, election and emergency provisions. Thus, the Constitution of India is the most detailed and elaborated national document. If you have a book, underline it, that Constitution of India is the most detailed and elaborated national document. It is a document in which we have mentioned each and everything about the country, about the working of the country. So, now we'll see what is preamble. Preamble is a core and important part of Constitution. Indian Constitution begins with preamble. The word written in the preamble highlights the soul of the Constitution. इसमें जो वर्ड्स लिखे जाते हैं और लिखे गए हैं, दैट इज़ द सोल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. सो जिस पर हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिपेंड करता है, आप ऐसे समझ लो. सी नाउ हियर द फर्स्ट पेज हैज़ बीन गिवन ऑफ आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, जिसका फर्स्ट पेज है जहाँ पे प्रीएम्बल लिखा हुआ है. हम कौन सी नीतियाँ फॉलो करेंगे, कौन सी चीज़ें जिसको हम फॉलो करना चाहते हैं. वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया having solemnly resolved to the Constitution to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to ensure all its citizens. Now, what is sovereign? Power to control one's own country. Socialist, you all know that, and secular country matlab a country where all religion, all people, all caste are given equal importance. जस्टिस, सोशल, इकोनॉमिकल एंड पॉलिटिकल. जस्टिस कैसा होगा? जो सोशल, इकोनॉमिक और पॉलिटिकल हो. लिबर्टी ऑफ थॉट, लिबर्टी ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन, बिलीफ, फेथ एंड वर्शिप. इक्वालिटी ऑफ स्टेटस एंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी. इक्वालिटी किस में होगी? स्टेटस में भी और अपॉर्चुनिटी में भी. एंड टू प्रमोट अमॉन्ग दैम fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. What is fraternity? Support between people of the same group. So, equality or a support of the people of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. All people will be treated equally. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November, that is 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves the Constitution. 26th November is celebrated every year as a Constitution Day in India, because on that day our Constitution was given to the nation, came into existence. So, the preamble remained unchanged till 1976. In 1976, the words socialist, secular, unity and integrity of the nation were added. The preamble verbalizes the fundamental objective of the Constitution, aims, idea and principles. Therefore, the preamble straightway gives a clear insight of the rules of welfare. The preamble reflects the Constitution framer psyche. वो उनका psyche मतलब क्या? The mindset. It represents the mindset of the country, the mindset of the people of the country. Now we'll see importance of preamble. Preamble as the soul of the Constitution is an important necessity. To understand the framing of any law or its interpretation, preamble gives proper guidance. To understand the policy behind framing of any law, preamble plays an important role. Yes, to understand the policy behind the framing of any law, preamble plays an important role. Preamble is a useful tool to avoid the trouble and the interpretation of the Constitution. प्रियम्बल एक क्लियर गाइडेंस देता है कोई भी लॉ बनाने के लिए. इट अवॉइड्स द ट्रबल इन इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हमारा किस बेस पे बना है? हमारी વિચારસરણી, આપણે ક્યાં ગુજરાતીમાં આપણી વિચારસરણી શું છે, જેના ઉપર આપણે ચાલવા માંગીએ છીએ, દેટ ઇઝ શોન ઇન પ્રિએમ્બલ. વેન એની એમ્બિગ્વિટી, દેટ ઇઝ अस्पष्टता, કંઈ સ્પષ્ટ ન હોય, और ऑब्सक्योर डिटेल इन लॉ अराइजेस. ऑब्सक्योर मतलब डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड. Preamble helps in understanding and interpreting the law. Thus, preamble serve as a compass to understand the provisions of the constitutional law. Preamble क्या serve करता है? As a compass. They guide us हमें किस डायरेक्शन में जाना है. सी लाइक अ मैग्नेटिक कंपास विच शोज अस डायरेक्शन टू मूव. बोट को किस डायरेक्शन में ले जाना है वो मैग्नेटिक कंपास से पता चलता है. वैसे ही हम अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन किस डायरेक्शन में ले जाना चाहते हैं, दैट विल बी द डायरेक्शन विल बी शोन बाय प्रियम्बल. Preamble is nation's duty, integrity, and is the standard crest of brotherhood among the citizens who are having noble sentiment and ideals. Preamble is backed by high ideals and goals. So, next comes pillars of the preamble. Which are the pillars? सभी वर्ड जो हमने preamble में पढ़े हैं वो. The words inscribed in the preamble are: we the people of India, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity and equality. Here we'll study the following three main pillars of preamble. In this book we are going to study, there are seen how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pillars are there, among which we are today going to study 3 pillars, that is democracy, socialist and secularism. Democracy from the whenever जब से social शुरू हुआ तब से I think you have heard the word democracy. What is democracy? आज़ादी. आज़ादी to follow our own views. So now we'll see what is democracy. The ultimate sovereignty of power is with the people according to Indian Constitution. Yes, we know that power is with the people. What we say? Democracy of the people, by the people and for the people. There is no particular regime of any particular person, instead it is with the people. It is the power is with the people. People जिसको चाहे उसको वो अपना head बना सकते हैं. Ultimate power is with the people. That's why सभी politician हम जब भी election आते हैं तब वोट मांगने आते हैं ना. अगर ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं होता तो वो अपने आप से पार्टी इलेक्ट करके रख देते हैं. नो, दे नो दैट अगर पीपल हमें चुनेगी नहीं, अगर जनता हमें इलेक्ट नहीं करेगी, then we won't be able to run the country. Democracy, the word is derived from Greek word demos, means people, and kartos means power. So it means people's power. Greek word मतलब a word belonging to country Greece. And where is Greece? Greece is a country of European continent. So country's power and is not within a group of people, instead it is within the country, within the people of the country. Power किसके पास है? Actually it is not with the group of people or with one person, but it is with the people of the country. See now, for example, I will give you the example of North Korea. North Korea country most probably सबको पता है. So can you say that democracy is there in North Korea? No, there is not at all a democracy. There is one man power in North Korea. So वहाँ पे democracy follow होती है नहीं. India में of course we see democracy. A democratic state administration is such an arrangement in which there is equal justice for people to social, economic and political, and have equal rights of participation. Yes, all have equal right of participation. Can a country say no to any citizen who is more than 18 years of age that he cannot cast a vote in election? Can they? No, they cannot. हाँ, कुछ रूल्स है, अगर वो पागल है या वो इंसॉल्वेंट है तो अलग बात है, या वो 18 साल से छोटा है तो. बाकी कोई भी इंडिया के सिटीज़न को वोट देने से मना कर सकता है नहीं. एक्चुअली ही मस्ट बी इंडियन सिटीज़न. हाँ, बाद में कोई भी फॉरेन की कंट्री आके, फॉरेन के मेंबर्स आके यहाँ पे वोट करते, दैट इज़ नॉट एप्लीकेबल. इन डेमोक्रेटिक इंडिया पीपल इलेक्ट द लीडर्स थ्रू their choices by casting vote to represent those leaders in the parliament and thereafter assuming the post of prime minister and his or her cabinet. Yes, हमारे वहाँ पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैसे चूज़ होते हैं? We give them vote. We give vote to a party, not to a person. Keep in mind, in our country we give vote to a party, not to a person. But if you see in America, America is also a democratic country. Over there a vote is given to a person, not a person belonging to a particular party. वहाँ से प्री डिसाइड होता है अगर ये पार्टी जीतेगी तो कौन प्रेसिडेंट बनेगा. हमारे यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होता है. हम यहाँ पे पार्टी को वोट करते हैं, बाद में पार्टी खुद से डिसाइड करती है कि वो अपना लीडर किसको बनाना चाहती है. एग्जीक्यूटिव डू नॉट हैव एब्सोल्यूट पावर. They are given specific time limit. Similarly, voters elect state and local level government. Hence, democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. Cabinet consists members of parliament. Cabinet of minister is responsible to the parliament. अगर आपने रिसेंटली लोकसभा राज्यसभा भी टीवी पे दिखाते हैं, if you have ever seen session of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, the members who are sitting over there are actually the elected members of the people. People ने जिनको elect करके वहाँ पे भेजा है वो होते हैं. Any citizen of India who possesses required constitutional eligibility can contest the election. Ministerial position are not acquired hereditary. Yes, in India अगर आप इलेक्शन लड़ना चाहते हो तो यू कैन स्टैंड इन इलेक्शन लड़ सकते हो. नेसेसरी नहीं है कि आप किसी पार्टी को ही बिलोंग करो, या ये भी नेसेसरी नहीं है कि अगर अभी तो हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी हु इज़ नॉट हैविंग एनी चिल्ड्रन, बट ऐसा नहीं हेरिडेटरी कि किसी कोई राजा होता है तो उसका बेटा ही बाद में राजा बनेगा, नहीं, ऐसा होता है नहीं. Each elected government has 5 years of tenure. This government works under the principle of constitution, therefore it is known as responsible government. The democratic government is based on liberty, equality, feeling of fraternity and continuous work to achieve this goal. The constitutional disseminates the power of people to cast their vote according to their free will and thereby instill confidence in the constitution. Yes, इंसान जिसको चाहे अपनी मर्ज़ी से वोट कर सकता है. देयर इज़ नो प्रेशर ऑन एनी पर्सन. द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ डेमोक्रेटिक इंडिया the Constitution of Democratic India renders fundamental rights, principles of political direction, parliament, member of assembly, independent and impartial justice and election commission are those provisions which make our country democratic in every mean. ये सब चीज़ों से हमारी कंट्री डेमोक्रेटिक कही जाती है. किससे? फंडामेंटल राइट से, प्रिंसिपल फॉर पॉलिटिकल डायरेक्शन, पार्लियामेंट से, मेंबर्स ऑफ असेंबली से एंड इलेक्शन कमीशन. Adult suffrage means the citizen above 18 years of age can cast his or her vote to one's choice of leader without discriminating caste, creed, religion, language, gender, education, income or birthplace. But it is essential that the citizens are enlisted in the electoral list. What I said, see now, you people are in 9th standard, might be of 14 years of age or 13 years of age, so you have not casted vote any time. जब आप 18 साल के हो जाओगे और बाद में जब भी इलेक्शन आता है, चाहे वो स्टेट इलेक्शन हो या सेंट्रल इलेक्शन हो, देन यू आर एलिजिबल फॉर वोट. ज़रूरी क्या है कि आपका नाम इलेक्ट्रल लिस्ट में होना चाहिए. इलेक्ट्रल लिस्ट मतलब जब भी आप वोट करने जाओ वहाँ पे आपका नाम रिप्रेजेंट होना चाहिए. अगर यू आर गोइंग ओवर देयर एंड योर नेम इज़ नॉट देयर इन द इलेक्ट्रल लिस्ट, दे वोंट अलाउ यू टू कास्ट योर वोट. The things are that you must be above 18 years of old, you must be a citizen of India and your name must be enlisted in the electoral list. Now we'll learn about the next pillar, that is socialistic. In the year 1976 by 42nd Indian Constitution Amendment का मतलब होता है changes. Constitution of India added in the 42nd Amendment the word socialist. देखो यहाँ पे दिया है on the page number 58 that in 1976 the word socialist was added in the Constitution. Most of the provision in the Constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution, which brought social and economic equality and furthered the aim of welfare state. The principle of socialistic pattern directs social, economic and political equality for the citizens as given in the preamble. Yes, the principle of socialistic pattern directs what? Social, economic and political equality for the citizens as given in the preamble. It is now regarded as a prime feature of the state. It reflects the fact that India is committed to secure social, economic and political justice for all its people. India stands for abolishing all form of exploitation as well as for securing equitable distribution of income, resource and wealth. See, social equality का मतलब क्या होता है? Whether you are male or female, whether you are belonging to any caste or any religion, but all social persons over here are treated equally. It will not bifurcate you on the basis of your gender or on the basis of your religion. You are getting equitable chances to earn equal income, resource and wealth. Any one particular person should not have power for over all the assets. Instead, everyone should have equal opportunity by getting facilities and provisions from society, thereby eliminating the discrimination of rich and poor. किसी एक इंसान के पास पूरा पावर होना चाहिए नहीं, सभी एसेट्स का मतलब होता है माल सामान मिलकत, सभी एसेट्स को अपने पास रखने के लिए सबको इक्वल राइट्स होती है कि उनके पास जितनी इनकम हो, उनके पास जितने पैसे, उसके अकॉर्डिंगली उसको जो चाहिए वो खरीद सके, वो ले सके. Therefore, we can say that Constitution of India is socialistic document. Yes, then comes this was about socialistic. Now comes secularism. Secular matlab free for every religion, not a religious country. We are secular, we are not a religious country. हमारे कंट्री पर एक टैग नहीं है इस रिलीजन का. In the year 1976, by 42nd Amendment, Indian Constitution Amendment, the word secular was inserted. तभी जब सोशलिस्ट वर्ड ऐड किया गया, तभी यहाँ पे कौन सा वर्ड ऐड किया गया था? सेक्युलर. इंडिया इज़ अ सेक्युलर कंट्री. India can never become one particular religious country as per the provisions of the Constitution. Yes, India is a secular country. वो किसी एक particular religion को belong करता है नहीं. If you ever try to search on Google, किसी भी country का नाम type करना, for example टाइप पाकिस्तान विच आर नेबरिंग कंट्री, वहाँ पे टाइप करके देखना, वहाँ पे कंट्री का रिलीजन लिखा होगा, इस्लामिक कंट्री ऐसे लिखा होता है. कई कंट्री के सामने लिखा होता है वेदर दिस कंट्री इज़ इस्लामिक कंट्री और वेदर दिस कंट्री इज़ क्रिश्चियनिटी फॉलो करती है, ऑर्थोडॉक्स क्रिश्चियनिटी फॉलो करती है क्या. बट इफ़ यू सर्च इंडिया देयर वोंट बी रिटन एनी पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन नेम बिकॉज वी आर अ सेक्युलर कंट्री. India does not follow any particular religion, so the country never promotes any religious activity. The country cannot involve any secular activity with the religious activity. The citizens of the country has freedom to choose his or her religion. Yes, in our country we have right to choose our religion. हम पे कोई religion थोपा जाता है नहीं. Yes, by birth we get a particular religion. By birth, if I am Hindu, I am Hindu. By birth, someone is Muslim, he is Muslim. And by birth, if someone is Christian, he might be Christian. But if at all I wish to change my religion, no one can object me because it is my right to follow the religion of my choice. हाँ, हमारे मम्मी पापा हमें मना कर सकते हैं, but we have a right to follow the religion of our choice. This is what this सेक्युलरिज्म इज़ टेलिंग अस. अगर किसी इंसान को अपनी मर्ज़ी से अपना रिलीजन चेंज करना है तो हमारे कंट्री में उस पर कोई दबाव होता है नहीं. ही और शी कैन चेंज हीज़ और हर रिलीजन अकॉर्डिंग टू हीज़ और हर ओन चॉइस. डू यू नो ए.आर. रहमान? ए.आर. रहमान सबको ही पता होगा, अ फेमस म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर. ही इज़ ए.आर. रहमान से पता चलता है कि दैट गाय इज़ अ इस्लाम फॉलो करने वाला इंसान है. वो he is Muslim. But do you know by birth he was Hindu? Yes, his actual name was Dilip Kumar. He was born Hindu, but because of some reason he thought he wanted to accept Islam. So उसने इस्लाम एक्सेप्ट किया और हमारे कंट्री में इससे कोई मना कर सकता है नहीं. बिकॉज आर कंट्री इज सेक्युलर. एवरी पर्सन हैज़ राइट टू फॉलो हीज़ और हर ओन चॉइस ऑफ रिलीजन. बट इफ़ अ सेम थिंग इज़ डन इन सऊदी अरेबिया देन तो आपको वहाँ पे फांसी पर लटका देंगे बिकॉज वहाँ पे रिलीजन चेंज करना अलाउड है नहीं. सो दिस इज़ अ रूल ऑफ आवर कंट्री. इसलिए तो हम इंडिया को सेक्युलर कंट्री कहते हैं. फाइन. द कंट्री कैन नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट अ सिटीजन ऑन रिलीजियस बेसिस. इक्वल जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड पोलिटिकल राइट्स टू द सिटीजन आर गिवन विदाउट एनी रिलीजियस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन. इन दिस वे सेक्युलर इज़ अ बेसिक फाउंडेशन एंड मैंडेटरी फीचर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. सर्वधर्म समृद्धि and सर्वधर्म संभाव are the principle incorporated in the constitution. So no particular religion would be encouraged in any state. There is no prohibition to any citizen to propagate to his or her religious belief, trust and faith. See, there is no prohibition on any citizen to propagate his or her religious belief, trust and faith. अगर मुझे लगता है कि ये रिलीजन में ये बात अच्छी है तो मैं उसको मानने से या किसी और को कहने से मुझे कोई रोक सकता है नहीं. बिकॉज इन आवर कंट्री वी आर फ्री टू, वी हैव फ्रीडम ऑफ थॉट एंड वी हैव फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच. सो जो हमें सही लगता है वो बोलने की हमें आज़ादी है, पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम किसी को गाली दे सकें. नो, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ इफ़ वी थिंक दैट दिस इज़ राइट देन वी हैव राइट टू से दैट. So I am stopping today over here. Democracy, socialist and secularism are the three pillars of preamble which we are going to study. See, read the textbook properly, read it 1-2 times because civics is quite difficult chapter. So read it 1 or 2 times, then you will be able to get something from it. So thank you. We'll stop it over here today.